I'm Eghe Osifo, and I'm currently a marketing executive at Media Business Insight. Prior to that, I was a website content administrator, and even before that, I was a database analyst for a car manufacturing company. So when I did my degree in 2009, there were, on my computer science degree course, 3 girls total to start. Well, actually, to start with, there was 2 girls, and then 1 came later, which is exciting. I would say there were about 48 or 47 boys. Great ratio. I feel like having there be such a vast difference kind of made a lot of the girls, including myself, work extremely hard. I felt like my first year, when everyone else was partying and hooping it up in the clubs, I was in the library trying to make sure I had firsts across the board. And I suppose it got even more competitive than that. If I heard a guy or a couple of guys had gotten 90% in their test, I would want 95. If they'd gotten 99%, I would want 100, and it was the same case for a lot of the females. And I think even working, it's also the same. You know, the way I felt at university in my classes is the same competitive spirit I've taken with me in my work life. My degree was classified computer science, but we got the choice to make them specialist degrees. So it meant some people could turn their degree into information technology, or information technology and business, or information technology and networking, and so forth. So it was very versatile. The reason why there weren't a lot of girls in my class or just kind of studying computing or information technology was because I think there's this weird association that business and computer science are very male-dominated degrees, and it's a very man thing to do, and the girls would be in a media or creative or BA type of degree. And actually, funny story, a lot of the time I kind of go into interviews, or I had been going into interviews, or I'd meet people and I'd be like, oh, I study computer science. They'd look at me and be like, really? Oh, you just don't look like that type of person. Not that type of girl, like that type of person that would study computer science. And I'd be like, why? What do you think I'd study? Oh, I thought you'd be studying media or drama or English. And I'm like, oh, interesting. The reason that I didn't study fashion or, media or something that I suppose a lot of people expected me to was because I love challenging myself. I love doing things that people don't expect. I love doing things that I think I'm going to enjoy, that I think are going to better me as a human being. And computer science was that choice. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, and nothing great in life is ever easy, and that's something my mum told me. So, I went full steam ahead, trucking along. I ended up working as a barista. Means I can make a fabulous coffee, but I did that for a couple of months just to kind of get back onto my feet, coming back to London. And then I got the wonderful opportunity to work at a car manufacturing company, J2 Dynamics, as their database analyst, which meant I got to flex my SQL database encoding skills. And it's not what I saw myself doing, but it was definitely a foot in the right direction. In my current role, I am a marketing social media executive. I think tech is going to help aid that process when it comes to HTML and CSS and those wonderful website programming languages that I've come to know and love. My computer science degree, studied HTML, studied a bit of coding. My previous role as a website administrator just kind of propelled that coding experience. So now I feel like I'm gonna get the opportunity to really go above and beyond what I'm already doing. I'm gonna get the chance to actually make an impact on the websites instead of being an administrator where, you know, it's just tweaking and patchwork and not really creating anything. I'm going to be able to create sites and think of things as, you know, my babies, and be like, oh my god, I made this site, oh my gosh, this site is getting so many hits. I mean, that's what we all want. We want to create a project and kind of take it from start to finish and be proud of it, and I'm hoping that that's what I'm going to be able to do in my current role. What I think girls can do to get themselves into the techno industry is just be open-minded, just get out there, get reading. I'm not going to come here and preach at you to go to university. It's not the only way to get into the tech industry. It's not the only way to get into a information or a computer type, or become a computer scientist. There are many different ways. Before I went to university, I was attending computer clubs, I was doing online courses, doing online tutorials, I was teaching myself. And to be honest, I think sometimes teaching yourself how to code is a bit more beneficial than someone teaching you. It's almost this self-satisfaction that you get, that I learned all of this by myself and now I'm at the top of my industry in it. So yes, university can aid you, and if that's your path, shoot, go for it. If it's not, there are many courses online that you can do. They don't necessarily have to cost you an arm and a leg. There are cheap courses, there are free courses, there are lectures that you can attend. I feel a lot more women should get into tech because it is fun. I know I sound like a huge nerd saying that, and I know you're probably going to look at me and be like, really? But it is. You're basically watching your child grow. That's how I see creating a computer program. That's how I see coding a piece of software. Legitimately, this is my child. I've taken it from A and and it's gone to Z, and I've been part of that entire process. It will excite you. It will motivate you. It will challenge you. If that's what you want, maybe it's the industry for you. I think girls shouldn't feel any type of taboo getting into the computer science industry. I've thought of myself as the coolest nerd going into this industry. At the end of the day, you can do a lot of things that a lot of people can't. You know, when someone's playing Sims or they're on, you know, their favorite ASOS website, like, you can be the person that's like, hey, I designed that. Hey, I coded that. And they really can't tell you anything. To me, that makes you a pretty cool nerd. Even if you're a nerd, own it. Like, take ownership of it. I do, and I think I'm awesome.